Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome to our GNTC recap episode number 2. Today for you, I have 5 insane boards and an extremely intense match that we had to fight in the quarterfinals of GNTCs. Oh my goodness. This one was a ride. So today we are playing against District 24, which is New York, New York. We love New York. I am personally a Broadway junkie, so I love New York. But that's besides the point. Today we are playing against District 24, which is a very strong team. They have a very grueling process to get onto their GNTC team. They qualified day 1 in 11th place, but I know that they're better than that. I think they were trying to be deceptive. But this match could go either way, so it's going to be intense. Also, not to mention, I do know the District 24 team. They are some friends from my online group, so we have met before, and they're an extremely nice group, and I was very excited to play this match. Firstly, I want to show you who is currently in the bracket still. We've got 8 teams remaining, and we're going to narrow it down to 4 after this day. There is one other perk about making it to the quarterfinals of GNTs. You get to play with screens. So, screens, what these are, is a divider. It splits your table in half so that you cannot see your partner. It's supposed to limit UI so that you and your partner have no way of cheating. Of course, other people try to make ways of cheating past it, but why would you do that? That's not real bridge. Here is Live Time Kai kind of showing you around what the screen room is like and giving a little bit of a demonstration on how the screens work.
The 2 diamonds would be music.
My seat, my breakfast. We're being recorded. So this thing we use to put the boards on, and this is where the board goes, and then this is where my bids go, and then we slide it across the mat for people to see, and then we use this to do all of our alerts, no verbal alerts whatsoever. So yeah, this is the view I get, my partner's chest, when we're playing the cards. So yeah, there we are.
All right, yes, we are north. Just a little bit of a recap. That's basically what the table looks like. We have the little sliding tray, and we've got a screen across so I cannot see my partner. So basically, how it's going to work is we have our bidding auction. Every 2 bids, it gets passed under the screen so that partner and their screeny can bid, and then it gets slid under so that myself and my screeny can bid. After the bidding has been completed, the little flap goes up so that it's in the position in which I could see my partner, and that is so that whenever the declare is playing, they can see the dummy. And like I said, anytime that we alert, we are always alerting our own bids and our partner's bid, and we're writing it out. We don't verbally say the alerts, we just scribble them out on the piece of paper. And if we say something different about the same bid, it's easier to resolve than an unauthorized information situation, generally, for the directors, I believe. But we are about to get started on the actual bridge of the event. Quarter 1 actually was probably the least eventful of all of the matches. I don't actually have any boards for you to recap, but here is our scorecard. After this set, we had some good boards. Our teammates were missing a game when they had a game on board number 1, and then on board number 4, opponents missed a game as well, so we got a big pickup there. Board 8, we went to a game that they were not in, and then finally another big pickup for us was board 10, where they were in a game going down when our opponents, I think, were making a game on a missed defense. So we are currently up by 23 imps after the quarter, and this is what the scores look like for everyone. Then we are heading into quarter number 2. We kind of have to rush back in because, we were playing very slowly, very methodically. And then we have 3 boards that feel like extremely flat. We're hopeful that teamies get to board 15 and 16 slams if possible, so things are feeling pretty good. And then board number 17 happens, and boy, is this one wild. This is your hand, and just looking at it, you can already tell, like I said before, that this hand is insane. So we have a 5-4-4 distribution or 4-5-0-4 distribution. We have quite the hand. So we start off this auction with a 1 heart opener. It goes past from West, and our partner bid 1 no trump, forcing. Fine start so far. East decides to come in with a 2 diamonds call. So East is showing a decent diamond suit. And I decide that I have the values here. I bid 2 spades reversing. So I have shown probably about 16, 17 high card points, 5 hearts, 4 spades, and I have done a reverse. West comes in with 3 diamonds, and I'm already kind of skeptical about this hand because I have so many points. Partner has at least 6. I have 18. So someone's coming in here not having the values that they're saying they're having. So this hand, well, clearly is distributional. So next we have a 4 clubs bid from partner, and I'm just like, oh, okay. So what I would expect partner to have here is a probably ace king 6th or maybe honor 7th of clubs. So basically a really, really good hand with clubs. And then next we see pass. I bid 4 diamonds to show that I have a strong hand. I want to keep going. Like as soon as partner comes up with a 4 clubs bid, they have to have like a strong hand, invitational hand with a really good club suit. So I bid 4 diamonds saying, partner, let's keep going. I want to make a forcing bid. I want to continue looking. So if I can prompt partner to do some sort of key card, because I don't want to do key card myself. You shouldn't do key card with a void, because if partner has a key card in the suit that you're void in, so like let's say if I bid key card and partner tells me that they have 2 key cards here, I'm kind of lost as to what the key cards are, because partner's ace of diamonds is useless to me. I want to know if they've got the ace king of clubs, and if they have the ace king of clubs, then that's right. But that's the reason why I want my partner to be key carding, so that's why I make a forcing bid and bid 4 diamonds. I'm not sure if it's a control bid because we haven't set the club suit as trump yet. I'm interested on what you guys would bid in this situation. I'm not completely sure myself, but I just knew that 4 diamonds was a forcing bid and I wanted to keep going. And if we just start control bidding from this point, I mean, like, I'm just showing a strong hand. I know that I'm going to end up in some sort of slam. I just need to know which slam it is. They bid 5 diamonds. So West from pass is going like to 5 diamonds. So they are showing probably a very distributional hand, probably weak, that they're just trying to obstruct us. We get a double from partner, and I guess this means that partner just wants to play in 5 diamonds doubled, but I sit here and I tank for a while, and I'm like, I don't want to play in 5 diamonds doubled. This hand is so slammy for us. All I need from partner really is some sort of honor in spades, or like the ace king of clubs, and 6 clubs makes. And the fact that they're bidding diamonds so much kind of proves that partner has to have either club honors or spade honors, because partner probably doesn't, if having any diamond honors, let's say they have like the ace of diamonds, and if they just have like the ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, king of spades, which is certainly a possible hand for them, like 6 certainly makes, 7 could make on the finesse, so I just bid 6 clubs. I'm not willing to play in 5 diamonds doubled, in which case West now bids 6 diamonds. What? West is going on a journey here. Like, they started just raising partner to 3 diamonds, and now they're going up to 6 diamonds. This is crazy, in which case partner doubles. And here, I don't have the confidence to go to 7 clubs, even though it could be in the cards if partner has the right hand. I'm just not sure of it, so I just pass. So, we are in 6 diamonds, doubled, and I think that there is a clear lead here. We lead the ace of hearts. Wonderful. So, ace of hearts saying that I've got the heart suit and I'm cashing my tricks. The goal here is to take this down loads and loads of tricks so that it's somewhat equivalent to our 6 clubs contract. Ace of hearts led, and I am thinking, well, I guess I can just play these hearts out for as long as I want. The dummy doesn't look all that strong. My goal is going to be getting my... I know we're not going to get any club tricks because those are getting roughed. I know we aren't getting any diamond tricks because if partner has an honor, it's either, well, we might get a diamond trick if partner has the ace of diamonds, but if they have the king is clearly getting finesse. So our only tricks here are in hearts and in spades, so I'm going to take as many heart tricks as I can, and I'm going to try to get partner to lead a spade through to me so that I can get my ace and my queen. Because if I lead spades myself, if East happens to have the king of spades, then I don't get the spade tricks that I'm entitled to. It goes low heart, partner plays the 8. And we play upside down count and attitude. So partner is telling me that they don't like hearts, but regardless, I can always rectify the situation. Partner could easily have shortness here, as I have 5 and there's 4 on the dummy. So it goes 2 here. Actually, based off of the cards that I see, right, I can see the ace, king, queen, 9, 5, 4, 8, 7, 6, right? The 8 is actually the lowest card that I've seen on this trick. So I actually know that partner does like the suit because that's the lowest card they can possibly have remaining based off of all of the cards that we see. So I'm just like, okay, lead another heart. Let's see what happens. It goes heart, spade pitch, okay? So now I know East has 2 remaining hearts. That means I know I'm going to be able to cash my queen of hearts. Plays heart, and partner says that they like spades when they pitch the 3 of spades. I play the queen of hearts. It goes heart. They pitch another spade, and then they play the jack. So I've got my 3 heart tricks. Now I need to find a way to get my 2 spade tricks in addition so that they go down 4, which is going to be plus 800, which is similar to 6 clubs making, which is around 920. So it's not going to be that big of a difference if our opponents find 6 clubs and they don't get the sack. The other problem that I have here is that I just set up their 9 of hearts, which is not great because if they have spade losers, now they can pitch a spade on a heart after drawing trump. So if we're going to do anything, it has to be while we're still on lead. I think for a bit, and I realize that there is a 100% way to get the ace and queen of spades, because either partner has to lead spades through me, or declare is going to have to play spades themselves into my ace queen. There's no way to end play me. So what I do is I can get rid of that 9 of hearts so that them being able to throw away a spade is not possible anymore. So what I do is I play a heart, and partner here, if they trump, now the heart cannot be used to pitch a spade. They must trump it. And now the spades that, if East still has 2 spades, or like let's say 3 spades, I'm still going to get my ace queen because there's no way to avoid those losers for them. There's no pitches. They can't throw them away on clubs. So even if they have the ace king of clubs, they can just pitch 2 spades in the dummy and that's all. They still would have 2 spade losers. That's what I thought, and this was my solution to the problem. But partner pitches a club because they had another thing in mind, and we'll get to it later. So here they actually get to pitch a spade. What happens is they now take the finesse, and partner gets finessed, and then they lose 1 spade eventually. However, after the hand, partner was frustrated with me. I was frustrated with them, but we're frustrated for different reasons. Here, I also have a wonderful inference that I can make. So the important thing is, back at this point, partner pitched a spade on my king of hearts, right? That's the first thing. And then they pitched another spade on my queen of hearts. So all I know is that there are 11 spades left. I can see 8. So there's only 3 remaining still on the table. What my partner argued, and this is a very good point, is that I know to cash the ace of spades here. Because there's 2 possibilities that could be true here. So since there's only 3 spades remaining at this point, if they split 2-1 at all, let's say partner has 1 spade and then East has 2 spades, I get 2 tricks by playing the ace of spades and another spade, giving partner a ruff. We get 2 more tricks, minus 800. The other possibility is that partner has 2 spades and East has 1 spade. If that is the case, then they only have 1 spade loser anyway. For me, all I needed to do here was count the spades. And by counting the spades, I know to play ace of spades and another spade, because either I'm giving my partner a ruff, or East is the one with the singleton, and I could only at best get plus 500. So that was a very interesting line that didn't occur to me. It works, but both lines here work, either leading a heart and getting partner to rough it so that they can't throw away the spade, or I play ace of spades and another spade because I know either I'm going to get plus 800 when partner has the singleton, or I'm only going to get plus 500 because we can only get one spade if East has a singleton. So this was a plus 500 score, and we gained 2 imps here because the other table was probably in 5 clubs plus 2. So this was only a 2 imp game, but what a wild board it is. This was the entire hand, and please, in the comments, if you have any notes about this auction, please let me know because this one was wild, y'all. Now we head on to the rest of quarter number 2. So after the 6 diamonds doubled board, we had a 3 spades that I played that went down 2. It was a bit of over-ambitious bidding. That didn't look great. And then we made a 3 clubs that's kind of pushy, so we were happy about that. And then we played in a 3-no trump where we didn't make the right lead, and they were able to make. It was a tough one, but it did happen. From there, they made a fairly normal game, and then we set them. We had a pretty nice defense to a 4 hearts, so that felt good. And then they go and set us in 4 hearts, so it was like trading punches at that point. And then we make a 3 diamonds, and then the opponents play and a pushy 3 spades and go down. But then we get to board number 26. And here was a very fun declare play problem that I really enjoyed playing, and I was proud that I found this play. All right, so we are on board 26. This board starts off with our wonderful little 9-card point hand here. We've got an ace king and 2 jacks and a singleton. So not atrocious, but it's certainly not enough to open. Everyone is vulnerable, and West is the dealer. So we're going to start off with a pass from West. Partner passes, East bids 1 diamond, and I overcall a spade because I like the spades. I want partner to lead spades if we have them. So then it goes double. West is showing hearts, and that makes my heart singleton pretty helpful. Next, partner bids 2 spades, raising me, and from there it just goes all pass. So we have the auction here. We know East has diamonds and West has 4 hearts, possibly 5 if they have a weak hand that can't bid 2 hearts. So next, we have a opening lead of the King of Diamonds, and the first thing that I need to talk about is what is this King of Diamonds lead from? So it could be from King Queen 3rd in West, whilst East has Ace 4th. The other thing this could be is it could be a King of Diamonds doubleton lead, so King low, while their partner has the Ace Queen 5th. And in the case, West's goal would be trying to get diamond roughs from their partner. Basically, when it goes low, 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 and they switch to a heart, they realize that they probably don't want these diamond roughs anymore because anytime that they rough, I can over rough. So they switch to hearts. The other possibility is that they had king queen and they didn't see any point in continuing. So what I was thinking at this point, South here had the queen of spades, because if they see those diamonds on dummy, they would almost immediately be drawing trump because they want to set up their diamond suit. But the reason why West doesn't is because they have the queen of spades. And because they have the queen of spades, they don't want to be finessing themselves. So what West is trying to do here is to try to get over to the East hand so that East can start leading spades. Therefore, I wouldn't have spades to trump diamonds with. So that was the whole plan that I created when this happened. Is I assumed that West had the queen of spades, and that's why they did not switch to spades. And I kind of assumed at this point that West had the king queen of diamonds, and was just trying to help set up the diamond suit more. So they switch to hearts. It goes heart, heart to the jack of hearts, another heart, and then as I predicted, it went spade switch. So I took the ace, trying to maintain as many spades as I possibly can, because I do want to trump diamonds. They found a way to thwart my plan. So now I play another diamond, trying to work on my plan to trump the diamonds. They play another spade, as expected. And at this point, I still want to be able to trump the diamonds, and from the play, it seems quite clear that West has the queen of spades, and I do not want to be losing that queen of spades and then being able to play another spade to completely rid me of my spade suit. So what happens is I play my king because I want to have a trump in the dummy to trump with, and then I play low, and the queen happens to fall, which is wonderful. We love that. It doesn't actually help us, though, because we are still missing the 9, and we are using our jack of spades to be trumping a diamond loser. We only have 2 tricks, and that was our ace-king of spades, and we need to start thinking, where are we going to get our tricks from? And the problem here is that all we really have is 3 spade tricks, and we have 2 club tricks if the club finesse works. And basically what's going to happen is at some point we are going to trump the spade, right? And then we're going to lose the 9 at some point. And I realized at this point we need 6 more. And the only time that we are going to be getting 6 more is when they win their 9 of spades without me losing a spade under it. So that is my only hope here, is that I'm able to get 4 spade tricks, and I'm able to get 2 club tricks. That's it. The other possibility here is that we could even be getting 3 club tricks if the club split 3-3, right? So how do I cater to the club splitting 3-3 and possibly working on this spade suit in a way that I will not be losing a spade under their high spade? So what I do initially is I want to maintain my jack of spades just in case the club finesse doesn't work. Because if the club finesse doesn't work and the club split 3-3, we still have a chance as long as I have my spade in the dummy, because then I can trump a diamond. Let me go through this scenario here if the club split 3-3. So we would be playing club to the queen. Let's say that this loses. If they play diamonds, it goes queen, they get rid of our jack, and now their spade is high. What I can do if the clubs are 3-3 is I can just play clubs, like so, and then club to the ace, and then club. If they pitch, then I pitch my diamond, right? If they trump, then we can pitch our jack of diamonds on that trump, and now we only have trump left, their last spade is good, and our spades are good, and we make the contract. So this accounts for this possibility, but this is not what happened on the hand. What happened on the hand was I had to get 2 clubs, and I had to get 4 spades because the club suit did not split for me. So if we go back to before, we start playing out this line, and this, firstly, the finesse works. So we get one of the club tricks we need. We're going to get 2 clubs. Of course, the clubs could still split 3-3, but we can't completely account on that. If we were to completely account on that, we would just play another club, knock out that king of clubs, and then if the club split 3-3, we're happy. But we could still do that later. So what I decide to do is I play a heart, and I trumpet. The goal is to get our second spade without them playing the 9 of spades to get rid of it. So how do we do this? It's kind of like a finesse. It's called a trump coup. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to be in some sort of end position where we only have 1 trump left in our hand, and we're in the north hand. So if we're in the north hand and we play any card, right? If they want to trump it, then they have to trump with their high 9 of spades. And if they don't trump it, then we get enough tricks because I'm able to trump with my last spade. In that case, we would have gotten 4 spades and 2 clubs, just like we said. So we're trying to get ourselves into this end position where we have 1 spade in the south hand and we're up in the north hand to play whatever card we want that we can rough down to our hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a diamond, club pitch, spade, diamond, right? Now we trump a heart, shortening our spade suit like we wanted to. And then, well, we also see that the ace of hearts is dropped, so we now know that our king of hearts is good, but we can't draw the last trump because they get the spades and however many diamonds they have. So now at this point, I just play a club to my ace, and then at this point, what I can do is I can play my king of hearts, and we only need 1 more trick, right? So if they don't trump, right, if they do this, I pitch, and then they'll get 2 tricks, right? but we won the last trick that we need, right? If it goes heart and then they trump it, now I can pitch something, right? And then my 6 of spades is good, and I get the last trick that I need. So we successfully created a trump coup here, and we kind of accounted for the 3-3 club split in a way. We accounted for the 3-3 club split when the club finesse doesn't work. We need the 3-3 club split if the club finesse doesn't work, because in order for this line to have worked, we need 2 entries up to the north hand in clubs to trump the hearts. So we needed to be able to trump 3 hearts to actually do this trump coup. So we needed the club finesse to work to get up there once. We needed the ace of clubs, and we needed the jack of spades to be up in there enough times to properly do the trump coup. So that hand, although it was only 2 spades, it still had a really, really interesting declare play thing that I thought was worth sharing. In the end, was a push board, so whatevers, but it was a fun play. Okay, so that hand was a fun little declare play problem, and this quarter was a little bit closer. As you can see, the imps are now up, and we won this set by 2, so now we are ahead by 25, which is a good margin to be up at the half. I can't complain against this team. So we head off to lunch, and this had to be a very, very rushed lunch because this last set took a lot of thinking. So we went and we got hot dog. I'm not a huge fan of hot dogs, but we got hot dog, and apparently Toronto is well known for their hot dog carts. So we got hot dog. How many times am I going to say hot dog? I like saying hot dog. We're coming back into the playing area for quarter number 3, and these are the scores at present. You can see that we are ahead, and the other teams are doing whatever they're doing. We're not really focusing on them. But now we have to start with quarter number 3, and we have 2 boards from quarter number 3 that are interesting. So we get into it where we sit down again against our opponents. We have a good first board. We have a killing defense on 3 hearts that felt amazing. And then we get to board number 2, which then has this fun little declare play moment. Here it is. This time, the West is the dealer. We are vulnerable. They are not. So let's see. How does the auction start? It goes 1 club from West. Partner overcalls a heart. It goes pass. And I have a great hand here. First off, what I decide to do is I cubed. I say, partner, I have a good hand with support for your hearts. I know that we're going to game no matter what. I'm just trying to get forward going momentum and getting across that I have this heart fit. So simple cubed, right? Goes pass. Partner bids 2 hearts, showing a minimum hand. And then we see a double from East, which feels extremely, extremely odd. West has an opening hand with 12 high card points. My partner's overcalling with probably 8 or so high card points. And I'm sitting here with a 17 bagger. 17 plus 12 plus 8. Like, East has at most 3 high card points. So they have to have some sort of distribution that they're describing here, which I'm not sure why they would be wanting to be showing distribution. By showing your shape, you just give clues to the opponents on how to declare this. Of course, you give clues to your partner, but they're probably going to be a lot more helpful to the opponents. When East bids like this, I'm like, okay, so they clearly have spades and diamonds. And that means that they probably are short in hearts, because the only time that they'd be comfortable making a double, forcing their partner to the 3 level, is if they have some sort of shortness in hearts. Because if they have nothing, what are they doing? They have to have some sort of shortness in hearts from this double. After this, I just have a game-forcing hand. I offer 3 no trump. Of course, if our partner thinks that 4 hearts is the right place to be, they can. They didn't. So it went pass, pass, pass. All right, so the play of this hand starts out with the Queen of Diamonds lead, right? And I start counting my tricks. I've got 4 in the minor suits, 3 in the major suits, and we need to be wary of the double, so because it seems like hearts are splitting poorly. So basically, what we need to do is maintain our chances of being able to take a double finesse in hearts. The idea is that if West happens to have Jack 10 of hearts, which it certainly is a possibility, at this point, I'm always going to be playing West to be having 4 hearts, and we can't just play Ace, King, Queen of hearts, because then they're going to have a heart over whatever we have. So we need to play this heart suit for no losers, because they might be able to set things up. It might be very difficult for them to set things up. But what I decide to do is I first play a heart to the queen because I don't need to commit immediately. I always have this heart double finesse. I can come back, if the 10 of hearts didn't drop here, I could come back to my hand and I could run the 8. If they cover, I play the king, I come back to my hand, and then I finesse them again. If they don't cover, I just let the 8 go, and then after that, I can play my 4, and they cover with the 10, king, and then my ace is high, and my hearts just run. But with the 10 dropping here, it becomes even more clear that this heart finesse is the right play. I play a spade back because I could be setting up more spade tricks, and they play another diamond. I do misplay this hand by playing the 10 of diamonds here. I think my issue here is I thought I had a squeeze in the end position here, but I didn't rectify the count enough, and it was just a big misplay. But we still are fine because we make our contract because we know this finesse works, and I was right. So we just cash our hearts, pitching the spade losers, and then we get our 2 clubs, and we make 10 tricks. So, of course, I could have played this hand better, just knocking out their spade winner while I had stoppers, and we could have made 11. But I was happy to find this inference, and East probably should never have doubled there. They had no points, and they just had shape. And just a little inference can give you anything in the declare play. So you have to be extremely observant, and I practiced my observation skills on this one, so I was happy with it. All right, so that was a great board. We love our 10 imp swings. After this, our opponents made it to a pushy 5 diamonds that we let make, which was not great. And then they went to a 6 spades that went down 2, so that felt good. We then were in a 4 spades contract that felt very normal, and then a 4 spades contract by our opponents that felt like it was normal to get to. It was just a very bad split, and it went down 2, so it felt kind of normal. Board 7, they bid 3 clubs, and it felt like there was like a pushy 3-no that was possible on this one. So we're feeling good about this board. And then our 8th board, we are in a 4 spades contract where our opponents defensively gave us an overtrick, which felt good. And then board number 9, there was a pushy 3-no that... Opening leads are not our best friend on this set. So yeah, that was not good. Then we hit board number 10. And board number 10, this one's a good declare play one. So let's get into it. All right, so we are on board 10 of the 3rd quarter here. Let's get straight into this hand. We are not vulnerable. They are vulnerable. And West is the dealer yet again. They start off with a pass. Partner passes. We see a 1 club bid. And I do something a little bit crazy. I decide to double. It's close on high card points, but the problem is that partner's a passed hand. I don't like this bid right now. I guess I have aces and kings, and there is a 10, and, it might be okay, but when partner's a passed hand, probably not. I just kind of wanted to be partner bid whatever, and then we stay there. Just trying to steal the contract in a low part score. It goes 1-no trump from West, and then partner doubles, and I'm like, oh no, partner's... this just screams penalty double, because I have a takeout double. They might just have 10 high card points, and they think 1-no trump is going down, and they're vulnerable. It just is screaming penalty double. And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I just did a light takeout double. I have no suit to be leading, no suit to run. This 1-no trump could easily be making, so now I'm scrambling. I'm like, oh no. I'm like scrambled eggs, run away. I bid 2 hearts, and it goes pass, pass, pass. We get a club lead. And then I'm like, oh gosh, I wish I would have bid spades. Scrambled the spades instead. But you bid the lower one because, partner wants to correct back. We can always go back to spades. But partner doesn't know. Partner doesn't know. So we end up in this 2 hearts contract that is a little bit atrocious. So a few things to note from the auction. East has the majority of the high card points between the 2 partnerships. We also know that based off of West's bidding, they didn't raise clubs and they didn't bid a 4-card major. So first, they can't have a 4-card major. Second, they probably don't have a long club suit, else they would have raised partners' clubs. So the most likely suit that West has is diamonds. So in addition to that, if anyone's going to have stoppers in hearts and spades, it's probably going to be the West hand. So we can kind of position West with a hand that has probably the ace of hearts, probably not the jack of hearts because jack third is not a stopper, and West cannot have jack fourth because they would have bid 1 heart over my double, and we're definitely going to be playing with that later. We also know that it is much more likely that East is going to have the ace of spades for that same reason, and they don't necessarily have to have the ace of diamonds. So let's get on with the play of this hand. I win this one, and my plan here is going to be trying to draw trumps whilst also setting up the spade suit. So I've decided from the bidding that I'm going to be playing east to have the jack of hearts and west to have the ace of hearts. And because I think that west is more likely to have the ace because they would probably want to have a stopper in hearts to be bidding one no trump over my double, it goes spade, spade. I win the queen, so I need to play from over here. And then I finesse east for the jack. I play the 10, and it holds. So this likely means that east has the ace-jack of hearts. Okay, great find. So I continue by trying to set up my spades, and I do. I successfully set up my spades. They cash another club, and then I get to this point where I always have a point in the hand where I'm like, okay, so what's my game plan here? We have 4 tricks, and we need 4 more to make, and it just feels rough. So what do we need? We're going to get 1 heart trick. We're hopefully going to get 1 spade trick, but it's not guaranteed unless the spades split 3-3. And it feels kind of likely that the spades would split 3-3 because both of them seem to have balanced hands. And the other thing that makes me think that the spade split 3-3 is the way that West played the spade suit. Normally, they're not going to duck down to singleton ace. So I know that West can't have 4 spades because they bid 1 no trump over the 1 club opener. I also know that they probably don't have a doubleton because why would they duck a spade and then win their ace later when it's singleton? People don't normally like to do that. They like to have some sort of flexibility in their hand so that they can play ace and then they have an exit card in the suit later. So I expected that spades were 3-3, and that's why I played another spade. But this is a mistake. This is just a mistake, period. Because if the spades are 3-3, we need an entry. We need an entry to our hand. I think what I was thinking was going to be the idea here was I was going to trump the spade with the queen of hearts, but east is the one with the ace of hearts. They're just going to over trump. It's not going to gain me anything. So that was a botched plan, but I did play the king of spades. What I should have done is I should have played a diamond up immediately, just checking to see where the ace of diamonds is, and they play the ace of diamonds, which is just a mistake. They should totally duck. They should know that I should have issues in the entry department. So if they duck, then I'm just stuck on the north hand. I've got to lead either diamonds out of that hand or play hearts. So what I should have done is on this hand, if I were to have played this properly, I probably would have just at this point let a diamond up. They duck, right? And then we play a spade. And then we play another one up, right? And at this point, they have to decide to play their ace or duck. They might duck again, but they probably don't see much of a point in doing so. They're going to play their ace. And then maybe they're giving their partner a rough. They play a diamond, heart, something like this. And at this point, I'm always going to make my contract because now I know that East only has the ace of spades remaining and 2 clubs. If they play a club, I can just pitch the spade. If they trump, then I just trump. If they don't trump, then I just trump. And then I'm always going to be knocking out the ace of hearts and winning the other one. What happened on the other hand is when they won their ace of diamonds, a similar position happened where it went spade, they won their ace of diamonds, and then they exited a diamond. I won this. And then at this point, I was happy to find this very interesting end position where I know that East probably has the ace-jack of hearts and 2 remaining clubs, or something of that sort. In either case, I make, because if it splits 3-3, my king of diamonds is cashing, right? If it doesn't split 3-3, then East is going to be trumping, and then they get into this end position again where they have the ace of hearts and 2 clubs. So if they cash the ace of hearts, which is what they did, now I can just, with the club, it goes club, rough with queen, diamond, rough with king. And if they just exit a club, the same thing happens. We pitch spade, and then we trump this, and then we're always going to be getting another heart. So I thought it was a fairly interesting end position that wasn't super clear. I was lost at many points in this hand, and I felt we were very lucky to make 2 hearts, and this actually did end up being a double part score swing in. So we did get imps for this, and I was happy to be rewarded by it. but it was definitely an interesting situation. All right, so quarter three ended off with a few boards that felt very normal. Board 11, they made it to a very normal 3-no trump, and they took the tricks they were supposed to, and then we had two spades contracts either way, and they all felt very normal. So in the end, we actually won this set by 18, 38-20. So we are in the lead by 43, which is comfortable. It's a very comfortable margin. So we are very happy going into this last set, and our opponents say that they're going to go in swinging. So we're just like, okay, great, thank you. We're going to have a non-swingy last set, so there's nothing you can do, right? Because, I mean, 43 is a lot of imps to make up, but it certainly is not impossible. But going into this last set, I just want to start off with this set was one of the most disheartening sets I've ever seen. It was like, I felt my heart dropping so many times because their swinging was actually working. Now I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to show you the scorecard and tell you my feelings as things happened. So board 14, we are playing in a 3 clubs when a pushy 3-no trump is possible. And, it just doesn't feel good because when they're swinging, they're going to be in the games. They're going to be in the pushy games. And they said they're swinging, so we believed them. So we got plus 130, but it is not a good plus 130 whatsoever. Then the opponents went to 6-no trump and made 6-no trump. Okay, that's not great. And then they go to a 4 spades where slam happens to make, and I'm like, okay, this is fine. Maybe we have some leeway to get back here because these last 2 boards did not feel good. And then they immediately get into a 3-no trump, which is kind of like Declare has a lot of work to do on this one, and they make it. Oh, okay, not good. And then they make it to a 5 diamonds contract where they can make 6, but I was actually kind of surprised that they made it to 5 diamonds in the first place, so that didn't feel great. And then they made it to a 4 hearts contract, and I was like, oh my gosh, you could just feel everything slipping away. It is going away. And then we have on board 20, partner and I make it to a 6 clubs that has absolutely no merit to it whatsoever. We go doubled down 3, minus 800, and your heart just, like, you just start to freak out. It's slipping away from your fingertips. It is not good. We then hit board 21, where we have a bit of a comeback. We're just like, okay, we're going to make a game. It's a game. We know our opponents are going to be there. Whether or not they make it is a whole nother question, but we make a game, and it's good. Board 22, we play in a 2 spades contract that's pushy, and we make it. So thank goodness for that. And then board 23, we make it to a 5 diamonds contract, and we get doubled. We're like, oh gosh, here we go. Here we go again. When 3-no trump actually happens to be cold, like, excuse me, not good. Minus 200 when we should be getting, like, plus 600. Not pretty whatsoever. Like, after board 23, I'm just like, okay, it's over. We're done. It's gone. The lead is gone at best. The lead is gone at best. And at worst, we're losing by 10 or something. All right, so here we are. We have 3 more boards in this set. And you know how this set is going. It's not going great. It don't feel no good. And this auction didn't feel great either. I don't remember the auction exactly, but all I know is at some point West showed a club control and bid 6 diamonds. So they make it to a pushy, swingy slam, okay? And throughout the rest of this hand, I'm like, I know that this contract is going to make, and I am screaming inside. And it's just intense. This hand takes like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. And this entire time, my heart is going crazy. My anxiety is it's going through the roof. So this hand starts off with a queen of hearts lead from partner, which I know is from queen jack. And then I see the ace 10 in the dummy with a 5 card heart suit. And I'm just like, excuse me? I discourage, right? I just think, excuse me? Okay, this is not good. This is not good. So what happens next? Next, we see it go ace of diamonds. The opponents draw the trump, okay? And then another diamond. And another diamond. We see a club pitch from partner. We both encourage clubs. They pitch, like, we both, like, well, I can't encourage clubs, but it goes like that. And then it goes heart. I knew they were going to play the 10. And I knew they were going to make because of it, because the heart suit just sets up. They have enough entries. It all works. But when they played the ace, I was like, I'm like, they didn't take the finesse. They didn't go for the finesse. I guess they might have thought that partner was leading from, like, queen doubleton or something. I don't know. They didn't go for the finesse. And there's a chance. There's a huge chance here. So it goes another heart, right? They start trying to set up the heart suit. And I guess they should know that this line never works. But they do it anyways. It goes heart. I pitch. They trump. And then partner plays a heart. And then it gets to this point where it goes spade, and then they play the ace, and I'm like, hang on a second. We aren't out of the woods yet, because they can still finesse this spade. And, like, I just like seeing ghosts again. Like, they're going to make this contract. It's just going to happen. So, like, I'm just like, okay. They know the heart's not going to work. They know the heart's not going to work. They need to take the spade finesse, and the spade finesse is going to work because the spade split 3-3. Everything works. And then they play a heart. And I was just like, what is going on? What is happening? And then they just play a low spade, 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 queen. And at this point, you know, all I can do is, you know, play a club. And then they just have the rest of the tricks. But, like, I was absolutely flabbergasted by this hand. The anxiety that I had from this hand was insane. Not to mention, I just went over this in 4 minutes. It happened, this hand went over a total of 15 minutes, bidding and all. And this entire time, I see 2 lines where this contract makes, and they take neither of them. Of course, I'm relieved at this point, but, like, during the hand, bad set, swingy set, no clue if our teammates are going to be in 6 diamonds at all. And here, they went down 1, thank God. But it doesn't feel good just it being on an error, right? But we set this contract, we're okay, and the rest of the set goes okay. We get this 3-no trump where they go down 2. They got too pushy, and we made that. And then we get to the last board, and we bid to a 2 spades, and we make 4 on a vulnerable game position. And that felt like the nail in the coffin. Like, if they're, like, it was a very pushy game, and we're thinking, okay, maybe they're not going to make it. Maybe it's going to be okay. But, yeah, it didn't feel great. If that last little one slips through, I'm going to break my heart because it's very pushy. I think that it's findable, but yeah. So we step outside. We were thinking for so long, and our teammates were out there in agony for 30 minutes. We walk out. We are disappointed, and they don't have a great look on their face either. So we're just like, oh my gosh, oh no, this is not good. So we score up. Board 1, -10. I was hoping that one was going to be one of the okay ones. I was really hoping that was going to be one of the okay ones. It did not, I mean, because 3-no, it's not easy to find, but they got to the 3-no. All right, and then the slam hand. We got 1 imp. They got an over trick, I guess. The opponents didn't cash something. Okay, then we got a push, and I was like, okay, I was hoping that one would get us over a little bit. Then we got another push, and I was like, okay. They also bid to game and made it. And then we got another push, and I was like, okay, well, that one could have been a slam in our favor. And then we got -1. So thankfully, teammates were in game. They were in 3-no trump as opposed to 4 hearts. And then this was a hard board. And of course, it's -12. It was not replicated at the other table. So it's not looking good. We're currently down 20 on this set. But we still have some leeway. We have some good boards coming up, but we also have some not so good boards. We get a push for us making game, and I was hoping that one was going to be okay, but I wasn't surprised. Then we got +6 on this pushy 2 spades making. All right, we claw it back a little bit. We're down by 14. 5 diamonds doubled, down 1. Knew this was another bad one. -13. Okay, so down by 27 on this set, and this next board, 6 diamonds down 1. Okay. It was a good board. Push. All right, it got pushed. They were also in 6 diamonds down 1. And then board 25, the 3-no trump. That was a good board for us. We got +7. Okay, so we're back down to a reasonable number of 20, and at this point we kind of know that there's no way, even if the game comes out, we've still stuck in it. We got the -10 on this last board when they were actually in 4 spades. And after adding everything up, we had a massive sigh of relief. It was one of the worst sets we possibly could have had in the last quarter when things weren't necessarily close, but it's a swingy set and things are slipping away from you, and all you can think is, oh my gosh, this is not going well. But in the end, we pulled through. We won our quarterfinal match against District 24, and now we are going on to the semi-finals. Here are the scores after the quarterfinals. These people are going through, and we will be playing the team that we actually played 4th in our round robin. We won that match by 42. So we have confidence going into the semi-final that we can win this one. We think it's actually going to be an easier match than playing against District 24. They really gave us a run for our money. They really gave us a run for our money. I was so scared at the end there, but we're through. We're playing Team Bloomberg, and we're going to play in these semifinals, and we're going to fight it out. And I expect we're going to win, but we can never be absolutely sure. So that is it for this recap. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the hands. I hope that you felt the same way that I did going with these hands, especially that last round. Gosh, just remembering the feeling was so ludicrous. It was so insane. So yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this recap. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the ACBL YouTube channel so that you can be notified whenever we post. We've got more GNTC recaps coming up, with especially the semifinals and, well, possibly even the finals. Who knows? So things are very exciting, and we were really scared. We're happy. We made it through, and on to the next day.